Okay, I'm inside Derrick Cave, attempting to do some caving. This is as far into the lower end of the main tube I'm going to get. It requires some crawling and there's ice, and I really don't care. I'd rather do just the easy part with lots and lots of ice. So I'm going to turn around here, turn the brightness to about 30%, so I got some light here. When it gets bigger, I'll turn it up to 50%. Trying to conserve a little battery life for now, so I don't know how long I'm going to be here today. I already did one video of this cave with the camera in landscape mode, but I didn't have my crampons, so I didn't come back this far. And then now I'm doing it vertical. I might go through a third time, just get some pictures, so I can show people, ooh, pretty cave. Like you can probably even see here, there's icicles hanging down from the ceiling. It's also both walls. But there's ice glaze all over the floor. That's a bit slippery and treacherous. So I need to be reasonable about where I put my feet so I don't end up falling and hurting my funny bone. Unfortunately, when you're my age, it takes forever to heal. I got like a scrape on my shin like 2 months ago and it's still not healed. All right, but anyway. Yeah, enjoy it while you're young if you get the chance. All right. Yeah, look at all those icicles hanging from the ceiling right along the edge there. So water comes in, liquid drips off the edge, and right at the edge is exposed to enough air to make it freeze. Freezing cold air. In the winter, obviously, it's warm now. Excuse me. So there's ice glaze all over the floor. A few small stalagmites. Ice stalagmites. And then there's some nice icicles on the wall. Ice stalactites. I'm trying to think if I should go through here maybe with my tripod. Got some really good pictures. I sometimes do screen grabs for my videos, but you know, at 30 frames per second, you know, each picture's a 30th of a second. If I come in here with a tripod, I can use a tiny aperture, use nice long exposure, get better quality pictures. See how I do for time. I got all day, it's just a matter of how motivated I am. Oh man, I slept in till 8 a.m. today. Felt good, but now I kind of feel like I wasted a couple hours of daylight. Notice how the floor bulges up in the middle. That's a pressure ridge. You see these outdoors at ground level and also inside caves. And it literally means that when the rock was solidifying, there's pressure underneath, pushing it up, bulging out, like that poor guy in Alien. Kane. If you like horror movies, I highly recommend Alien. If you don't like horror movies, do not watch Alien. It's that simple. It's a very good horror movie. All right, here we go. There's ice everywhere, but some parts are definitely more treacherous than others. Like walking on ice flat ice is one thing. Walking on an ice slope, now that's something else. My knee pads have no traction, and my hands have no traction. So basically, I have to rely on my feet. It's the only thing I got with traction. So 3 points of contact is just not happening. I need to invent something. They must have something for hands too, like gloves with traction. I'll have to see if I can find some really good gloves with traction. Ice climbing gloves. Sounds legit. Whoops. I have a nice wide angle lens. It's a 24mm lens. So it's good to show the whole cave, but not really good to try to show you formations on the ceiling. There's definitely some ice hanging from the ceiling there. I don't know if the camera did it justice. Here we are, spot where there's lots of stalagmites on the floor. Looks like some tipped over. I doubt that's anybody knocked it over. It's probably legitimately from melting or something. But yeah. I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to get through here with my crampons because I can just kind of go in a straight line instead of having to zigzag all the ice like I'm playing Frogger or Super Pitfall. Of course, I don't want to damage the ice, but this is seasonal ice. In a few months, this will all be gone. So, you know, walking on the ice a little bit here isn't really going to cause major damage. Yeah, the ceiling here is like at least 40 feet tall. In fact, let me turn up the light to, okay, there's 50%. Yeah, that should be enough. Like I say, I could go up to 100%, but I don't want to waste all the battery life. Saturday, I got a big thing going on, so I definitely need to have my batteries charged for Saturday. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Notice these stalagmites are pretty much round on top. I see one ahead that's a little bit spiky on top. I'm trying to see if I can safely get over to it. I'm gonna have to go up, over, and back down. Zigzag a tiny bit. This is cute. It's a little child-size ice formation. But look at this here. Notice how these are kind of yellow-brown. So the ice, the water that came in must not have been clean. Must have been brought dirt with it. Interesting. Wow. This is a little bit pretty. Yeah, see, that's too small. Even with that ice, you wouldn't be able to climb back in this tube. All right, whatever. Don't want to have a repeat of the Nutty Putty Cave incident. All right. Next time you want to have a nightmare, read about the Nutty Putty Cave incident. Long story short, if you're going downhill, always go feet first. All right. I think he was only like 24 years old, too. Whoops. Oh, well. At least, yeah, I'm past 24. I missed my chance to die young. Guess I'll just have to die old like everybody else. Almost everybody else. All right. Wow. See how there's ice all over the floor here? There's ice over there, too. So I'm trying to decide which way I want to go through. I want to show both. Hang on a second. So, look at these flat ice formations here. That's really cool. I don't think I showed it very well on the end. I want to see if I can go over here and look at these close up. Have to be careful. There's ice formations trying to trip me. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. Why does everyone laugh when I say that? They are always after me, Lucky Charms. That's from Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. It's a weird type of humor. Some people find it hilarious and some people just find it dumb. But anyway, give it a shot. You might like it. From what I heard, though, he had the same jokes already in the TV show Saturday Night Live. So some people didn't like the movie because they already heard the jokes on the TV show. I never stay up that late, so that didn't happen to me. Wow. Look at all these small ice formations here. And here, there's so many ice formations that grew and grew and grew. They're all together. It's one big glaze now. Same thing here. Look at that. These were ice formations. They just grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's just one big uneven wall. It looks like this ice is at least an inch thick in some places. Let's see if I can safely get over here. Yeah, it's very tricky. The ice is above freezing. I mean, if I touch it, I can feel it's wet from the ice melting. You know, if it's really cold, the ice is not melting, it'll feel kind of dry and sticky. If you're going to go caving in the spring like this, you kind of have to learn a little bit of ice. So you know what's slippery and what's not. I think I already showed these on the way in. All right, well, anyway. Here's a nice collection. This is like the biggest collection of stalagmites in this cave. Like I said, it's not a real ice cave. It's just a lava tube. But somehow this one location got lucky. Yay. It's weird, though. Right around this hole, this crack, there's ice forming around it. I don't know if that means there was cold air coming out of the crack, which means there's a lower level. You can see the crack only goes down to 3 feet here, but who knows what else it does down there. Or maybe it brings in moisture. Maybe somehow moisture comes out through here. But then it would usually be frost, not glaze of ice. It is white ice, though, but still. It's definitely not frost. All right. Wow, it's so pretty in here. Like I said, not just the ice too, but you know, the red rock and everything. It's a very neat cave. And being so cool, it keeps me from sweating. It's hot outside. It's like 75 degrees outside. So, yeah. A little warm for me to be hiking around. But boy, I could tell you this ice is definitely melting. So, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. I'm tempted to come back next week just to check on it, see what difference it is. There, how do you like that? But look at this. Here's another tube within a tube. You can see you can climb back there maybe 15 feet and then it's a dead end. So yeah, come here in the summer with kids. Make sure the kids get a chance to climb back there. Because it's big enough adults can rescue the kids, but it's small enough kids will think it's cool. If you have any kids who'd want to go caving. It's definitely not the thing you'd want to force them to do. Give them nightmares about giant rats or something. So I'm glad I don't live in New York City. Our New York City, there's like tens of millions of rats. I'd be like, holy cow. They all out. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Notice there's somebody left some trash under there. But anyway, there's pieces of broken ice down there. Again, I really doubt anybody's coming here and deliberately broken the ice. It's probably because it's literally melting now. You gotta admit, this big one here, it looks broken and the pieces are back there. It is possible somebody broke it. Yeah, it's also possible it fell down and it bounced that back direction. So, yeah. Definitely was not me. Other than scratching the ice I'm walking on, I don't think I've caused any damage today. There's plenty of room to get in between the ice formations. Fortunately, if you have a good cave with lots and lots of formations, there's not really room in there. There have been a couple of times I might have accidentally done some remodeling. Oops. Notice above the icicles there is ice on the wall too. It's not as pretty or obvious, but it's there. Same thing here, there's icicles hanging down. There's a whole glaze of ice on the rock above it. Very pretty. Oh, that's funny. I gotta like, ugh. There we go. Look, there's a nice big formation lying down there for some reason. Notice how dirty it is. Interesting. It might have rolled after it broke off and that's how it got dirty. But it'd be impressive if it formed that dirty. I don't know if you can see very well, but on the ice floor here, looks like there's liquid water on top of it. It's already pretty well melting. Oops. My foot slipped down and almost got stuck underneath a rock. So you got to be careful on this ice where the floor is uneven. That'd be kind of stupid if I got my foot stuck here, couldn't get out. I can see the natural light of the exit, or the sunlight, skylight. Sometimes I change my mind mid-word, start saying one word, end up saying a different word, make a mess. Unfortunately, the only example I can think of is offensive, so never mind. Notice I'm standing next to a cliff. It's only 7 feet down, but it's enough to hurt. So if you're walking to a cave, make sure you watch the floor especially. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, you, formations, other people, wildlife. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Oh yeah, and the battery life on your lights. Always plan to have like 3 times as much battery life as you need in your lights. You don't want to play it close with the battery life. Oops. Man, the glaze of ice is so thick here. It's awesome. And then there's more formations up on the wall. I already showed this on the way in, but you know what? As long as I'm here, I'm going to enjoy the view, darn it. Ooh, let's see if I can get closer without causing too much damage. There's liquid water on top. So there's water dripping from above. It's too warm to freeze, so it's making a puddle. That's really cool. In another cave, shoot, what cave was that? I got a video where it was dripping into like a hollow ice formation. It was echoing, really cool. Made a weird ping sound. Forgot which cave that was though. It's a video I uploaded recently. Something closer to Bend, I think. I got my light pretty close to my camera, but as you can see, I still got some shadowing. My older videos, it was hard to keep the light close to the camera, so I had huge shadows. Kind of ruined the video. Now I got a rig to keep the camera and the light together. So they're about 4 inches apart. So as long as I'm shooting from a few feet away or more, they're effectively neighbors. Alrighty then. Now is the part where there's a big ledge on the left, big ledge on the right. So if you're an expert caver, no doubt you'll take the high road. But yeah, us mere noobs will take the low road. There's a pile of rock here to climb over too. Oops. So theoretically, you could climb straight up here, But this time of year, look at it, how much ice there is. It'd be very difficult to climb up this way. Let's use vertical gear. I went up there earlier today, but I went the long way. Took the ledge, walked on the ledge. You could keep going this way, it's a dead end, but yeah, definitely tricky with or without the ice. Lots of fun. But yeah, this here is the biggest ice formation in the cave, it looks like. Strange location that's here. You know what's so special about this location? Obviously a lot of water came down. It might be because it's surrounded by rock. It's shaped like a bowl, so it's like a cold trap. So it might have been the coldest part of the cave, at least part of the year. That'd be my first wild guess. Anyone who thinks they can correct me is probably right. Gotta watch your step here. There's rocks here. The gaps between the rocks sometimes go down like 5 feet. Not enough for you to fall down, but enough to get your ankle hurt or something. Oops. Dang. Oh wow. The light on my camera's almost dead, or the battery life on my camera's almost dead. I think in a couple minutes I'm going to stop the video and switch batteries because I've still got quite a bit of cave left to do. Okay, so now I gotta figure out where I want to put down my camera so I can, you know what, I think I'll go ahead and go across this ice floor. Stop the video over here. It'll give me a chance to turn around. Take a look. Alright. There's the ice formation. There's a nice ice floor here. So if you come here in the winter, make sure it's very, 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 very careful. All right, there's Derrick Cave.